What does it cost us to be a disciple of Jesus? What does it cost to be Christian? This is how all will know that you are my disciples, says Jesus, if you have love for one another. They will know we are Christians by our love. What does it cost to be a disciple of Jesus? What does it cost to be a Christian? In this sense, everything. Being spent in love. Again and again, having the habit, making the habit of laying down our own life, our own comforts, our own security for the sake of others. And love has no price tag. And that's why it costs, in that sense, everything. It's not a 1 hour a week position. It's not even a full-time 9-to-5 job. It's the lifelong habit of sacrifice, of making our life a gift for those around us and for our God. Think of 2 examples of disciples who so exemplified this love. First, Mother Teresa of Calcutta. What a remarkable disciple. And wouldn't we all want to be more like she was? There's a story of a priest and his first visit to Calcutta and his first observation of Mother Teresa. See, he had heard much about her, about this Catholic nun in Calcutta, but he was still questioning or critical of who this nun might actually be. He needed to see for himself with his own eyes how she behaved. So when he arrived to Calcutta, the place he went to was the chapel where Mother Teresa and her sisters would pray. And there she was. He said she seemed to be totally absorbed, this profound reverence, kneeling there on her mat, eyes closed, now and again with her hands pressed into her face in this prayer. But after a while, the same priest observing this, he also noticed a photographer who was nervously pacing up and down outside the chapel. On this photographer, he could tell obviously wanted to speak with Mother Teresa, but he did not dare go up to her and disturb her at prayer. But eventually another sister approached the photographer. She signaled that he should just go up to the Mother Teresa. And reluctantly, he took off his shoes, he went into the chapel and hesitated, but he knelt down beside her. And this is what the priest was thinking. Now he will disturb her, curious as to how she would react. But as the photographer knelt down, Mother Teresa, she looked up and welcomed him with this radiant smile. Her attention now belonged entirely to this man. It was as though the photographer brought her a present. That's how she was reacting, by disturbing her at prayer. For Mother Teresa, Jesus himself was so present in whoever was in front of her that in this instance, coming out of prayer, she simply shifted her conversation with Jesus in the Most Holy Eucharist to Jesus in this man. They will know we are Christians by our love. Mother Teresa, this simple nun, transformed the world. by one act of love at a time, again and again and again, day after day after day. It's so inspiring because we can live this, to love in all things. The second example is from our own diocese. I think of the Catholic churches in a particular area, the Brainerd Lakes area. Now, our diocese has a variety of areas. There's Duluth, there's the Brainerd Lakes area, and there's right here, the Range. But if only I had a nickel every time I heard something like this. How are there so many vocations, priests, deacons, sisters, marriages coming out of the Brainerd Lakes area? And you'll hear people say, there must be something in the water. Now it's true, the Brainerd Lakes area has many disciples. But is it simply in the water? Could it be something else? Could it be something that we can have right here, today? Might it be love? The way in which the Christians there love one another. This part of the diocese, the Iron Range, is absolutely full of potential. And our bishop, he's noticed this. He's keen to this. He's watching. He's observing. And he sees us right here as part of a corridor. That's what he calls it. He sees us as a corridor for growth, a Christian community for growth, not decline. And he speaks of this. He spoke of it after our confirmation. So I was showing him around our facility. He says, from Hibbing to Virginia, I see what great things could be. He sees a church ready to grow and to grow by love. And this is how we will know, they will know that we are disciples here. This is how everyone perhaps could be saying, there must be something in the water there. It will be by our love for each other, our sacrifice for each other, our forgiveness for each other, the healing of hurts between each other. One act, one forgiveness, one relationship at a time, and living that habit, that gift of love, day after day after day.